Welcome to week 2 of ninth grade. So today we are going to, for our asynchronous work, we're going to be working on creating a website. So every San Marin student creates a academic portfolio website that demonstrates your progress on the graduate profile. So for all of your STEM Marin classes, every time we complete a project, we will be updating it and posting it to your portfolio website. Then at the end of your high school career, you can look and see like all of the growth and the work that you did throughout your 4 years. This is also a really good resource to be able to show colleges or potential employers showing the kind of quality of work that you can do. So it's a chance, this is kind of like I'll see as your teacher the quality of your work. But most people, if you say like, oh yeah, I took physics and engineering, well, that could be a lot of things. So it's nice to be able to show them like, here's the kind of work that I did. I built this car. I designed this thing. And you can actually see what I did and then what I learned from it. So we're going to use these academic portfolio websites to kind of show the public the high quality of your work. All right, so let's get started and I will show you how we're going to set up those websites. All of the instructions are listed in Google Classroom, but just in case, let's see, go away, please. Right there. Nope, not that one. That one. There we go. Okay, so down at the bottom, let's start by just kind of showing a couple examples of where we might end up. So here, down at the very bottom of this Google Classroom post, I have a few examples. So this first one is from Emmy Nam. Emmy graduated a couple years ago, and her website, she has it set up with some information about her. She kind of went above and beyond here and really made a nice home page explaining who she is. She has graduated now, and I believe she's at UC San Diego studying engineering or computer science. But this was kind of like her description of what she did on her homepage. It's nicely laid out. It has contact for her. Then she has her resume posted, information about her life, college, high school, and then under each, and then she has some extra pages, like extra science stuff she did during her high school career, programming that she did. But under high school, if you look at freshman year, she has a page for each of her projects. So if I go to physics of running, which was her physics of sports video, one of the things that she did is she has a little joke for every project, cute. And then she goes through and she describes kind of what she did in the project. She has an example of the work, her video posted, then lots of descriptions, and eventually she has a reflection explaining what she learned and how she grew as a person. So it's kind of like a nice setup there. So Emmy's is a great example. Another example that I liked was Olivia's. Olivia Gonzalez, she graduated a year ago, maybe 2 now. And again, hers is much more simple. She doesn't have all of the, programming, extra science stuff, but she has something written on her homepage. So it's not just lost, right? When I get there, I know it's Olivia's page. And then she has all of her projects listed under ninth grade. So her first one was the Rube Goldberg machine. And you can see she has pictures of her Rube Goldberg machine working, a video, what happened, what she learned, the concepts, a reflection. It's simple, but it meets all the requirements. So this is just like a nicely laid out, pretty simple one that takes her all the way through. Or if you want to see some more recent ones, maybe you have a friend who is a grade or 2 older and at STEM Marin, any student who was in my class over the last 6 or 7 years, I have them linked by year in their websites. So just going off the top, if I choose Ruth, Ruth is currently a 10th grader. She was in 9th grade last year. So her 10th grade page doesn't have anything on it. It's grayed out. 11th grade, nothing there. 12th grade, nothing there. 9th grade, she has a lot of stuff, right? She has all of the classes that she took during 9th grade. And then for some of them where she had multiple pieces of work, like English, she had an argument writing and a narrative writing, or oops, ninth grade. Oh, so if I click on ninth grade, it includes here's what the classes were and here's who my teachers were. So it just says there's something written on the page. So I know that it's not totally lost. She has a nice little about me, which she hasn't filled in yet, but that's okay. And then physics engineering, she has information about each project. So great job, Ruth. She includes a slideshow, construction logs, schematics. Oh, nice work. This is really well done. Cool. Okay, so that's kind of where you're gonna go. Let's close those out and go back to classwork. All right, so let's show how you would go about making that. So to do that, you're gonna go to sites.google.com, sites.google.com. Make sure you're logged in under your students account. So mine would be N.I. Williams at students.nusd. And then you're gonna go down on the side here, it says New Google Sites, and click on New Google Sites. All right, now I have a whole bunch of Google Sites because students have shared theirs with me, but I'm gonna say that I'm gonna create a new one. So I'll create a new blank Google Sites. And then you're just gonna play around with making some pages. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is instead of untitled site, I'm gonna name it Nick Williams Portfolio. Or you can write it Nick Williams San Marin, or, well, you shouldn't name it Nick Williams, that would be confusing. You should name it your name, first name, last name, and then either San Marin or STEM Marin or portfolio or website, whatever you wanna call it. So maybe I'll call it Nick Williams San Marin instead. Cool. So that becomes the name of the website up in the top corner. And then over here, I'm gonna go to pages. And under pages, first I have a home page. If I wanna add a new page, I just click plus, new page. And the first new page I'm gonna add is gonna be called ninth grade. Great, done, yay. Then I want another new page. I'm gonna make a new page for 10th grade. You get the idea here. Within ninth grade, I'm taking some classes. So I'm gonna make a new page and call it STEM Marin Physics Engineering. Great. And then I'm also gonna take a class called English. So I've got my classes. All right. So you'll notice that all of the pages go along the top bar here. But I actually want my engineering class to be part of my ninth grade. So I grab it, I click it, and then I pull it up and just drop it into ninth grade. And now it's a drop down within ninth grade. English is also within ninth grade. Boom. And then within STEM Marin Physics and Engineering, I want to make a Rube Goldberg machine. Done. And that is going to go within, nope, I missed on that one. Has to go into STEM Marin Physics and Engineering. So if I do it right, now up at the top, I can go home, ninth grade, STEM Marin Physics and Engineering. And if I click the down button on that, I can go to my Rube Goldberg machine page. And you'll see that it gives me the title already on there. So I'm currently on my Rube Goldberg machine page. And then if I want to add information, instead of, don't ever click add footer. Add footer will put the same thing on every single page. So just full disclosure, avoid clicking plus add footer. If I want to add information, let's go back to my home page. So I'm just gonna write, welcome to Nick Williams website. Cool. And then in here, I can double click. And if I double click, I get an option of things to add. I can add a text box. I can add a Google Drive. I can add an embedded code if you have embedded code, or I can add an image or upload a file. So let's say I want to say a text box. Hi. This is the academic portfolio website for Nick Williams. Check out my work in each class page. All right. Obviously, you can also play around with like the how it looks. So I can change the image here. I could either select one, or if you have one saved on your computer, it's probably nicer if you have one saved on your computer. Then that's like officially yours, but temporarily I'll go with icebergs. Cool. Nice. Or I can upload an image and it'll say what kind of images do I want. Ooh, Mustang logo. Cool. What's that? There you go. That was just saved on my computer. Obviously it's the wrong size. It doesn't totally work, but I'll deal with it. And then I can go to header type and I can change what it looks like. So I could go title only, no background. I could go large banner, and then I have to change the image again because it lost my image. I could go cover, which is even bigger. So you can play around with what you want it to look like. Then navigation settings. I can also play around with where I want everything to navigate. So right now I have everything navigating on the top, so that's where my pull down bar is. I could switch it to the side if I want, so that I come up here and then click on here, the sidebar, 9th grade, boom. So that's nice. Also, I just play around with stuff, right? Color transparent, I can change it, see what it looks like, and then you're good to go. All right, so your end goal is you want to set up your website so that you have all of your classes for 9th grade. I can also play with themes. So maybe this is one of the first things you want to do is choose what you want it to look like. Maybe I go with impression. Ooh. So you can play around, see what you like the look of. And then once you have it set to what you want it to look like, and you've got all your pages so that your pages are visible, the other thing you can do is maybe for 10th grade, I don't actually want 10th grade to be there yet because I'm not in 10th grade. So I could hide from navigation. That means the page exists, but people won't be able to see it until I go there and I show in navigation. So next year, when it's time to update your 10th grade piece, you can show it in navigation. But for now, I can keep it hidden. So your goal, set up your website, have a home page, have a 9th grade page, have a page for every class that you are going to be enrolled in this year, and then have a page for every project that we're doing this school year. The projects are listed in Google Classroom. There they are. There's the name of the projects. Actually, we're not going to do the Power San Marin project. We're going to replace that one. Whoops. With Fire Away, Solve a World Problem, Intergalactic Planetary. We're going to do STEM Outdoor Space. Cool. So there you go. Those are the 10 projects that you are going to add a page for so that you can do website updates for those. Once you have it all done, play around with settings, make sure that you like the way it all looks, see what, it's pretty user-friendly here. So you can also go to insert, you can play with layouts, so you have different amounts of stuff. If you want to put in specific things like a YouTube video, you can pull that over. If you have a document, then you can just pull over a document. So if we say do some work for your Rube Goldberg machine and you end up having a document that you all wrote on, you can embed it straight in. Eventually, I'm going to go to publish. When I go to publish, I want your web address to be your first name, no dash, then your last name, then San Marin. Okay, so I would be sites.google.com /NUSD.org, or yours might be students.NUSD.org, which is fine, / first name, last name, San Marin for everybody. Okay, so it should always be Nick Williams San Marin. Maya Rudolph San Marin. First name, last name, San Marin. And then the last piece, before I hit publish, who can view my site? Right now, the only people who can view your site are people in Novato Unified School District. So I'm going to click Manage. I'm going to go to Share with People and Groups. I'm going to adjust that. No. Huh. Links vary. Change. Publish site, Novato Unified School District. Okay, so I want to go to public, select public. So under links, got it. You're going to say publish site is going to be public, done. All right. So anyone can view the site, and now I will click publish. Great. So now it is published. I can double check publish options, review changes and published, view published site. So if I look at my published site, there it is. I can always double check. And now here's what my site looks like. So here's how I set it up. Anybody can see it. And then if I want to share the website, the URL, I can highlight this, copy, and then paste it to turn it in. So that is now my website address, and you can share that with your friends, you can share that with your parents, and you can turn in that website address for this assignment. Okay? Make sure it's the one that has sites.google.com/nusd.org. If you turn in one that's like 0GHXPY39582, that's the editing site. Don't share that with me. If you share your editing site with me, then I become the owner of your website, and then I can edit it, but you can't. So make sure you go to, so view your published site. Once you publish, arrow, view published site, and then share that one with me. Don't share this one. See all those ugly letters and numbers? If that's the one that you're trying to share with people, it's going to let them own your site. You don't want that. You want to keep owning your site. All right. So hopefully that makes some sense. Have fun building your website out. Play around with it. Make it look pretty. Add in some cool features. Write in a little about yourself. Remember, this is public, so you want it to be professional and represent yourself well. Add in as much information as you feel comfortable sharing. Don't put on there like your personal phone number or pictures that might identify where you live. You want to make sure it's safe and you're only sharing information that you want to share. But an image of you on a hike, totally good. Or you playing basketball, if you're a basketball player, awesome. Right? So share stuff that seems appropriate and semi-professional, something that eventually you would be okay with a college or an employer or your grandma seeing. Excellent. All right. Enjoy building your websites, and I hope you have a good time being a website designer.